Hi, my friends. My name is Justine. I'm a mermaid seamstress, and today I want to talk about being a plus-size mermaid. I want to start off this video by saying that if there are any haters in the audience, you do not have to watch this video or any of my other videos. You are free to swim on past, and please, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Starting my YouTube channel, I was very aware that I would be viewed as different for being a plus-size mermaid. And I want to start off this video by saying that if you are a plus-size mermaid, you are a mermaid, just as mermaid as anybody else who is a mermaid, and probably even more. I have recently gotten quite a few comments that were very negative about the fact that I was fat and that I was a mermaid. And for some reason, they couldn't see those two things fitting together in a way that made sense in their minds and their visions of mermaids. Sorry, but that doesn't make you any less, but that doesn't make me any less a mermaid than anybody else out there online or in the real world. I am a mermaid, I'm a plus-size mermaid, and I'm proud of that. And I just want to say to anybody watching my channel who is a plus-size mermaid and who's not, or wants to be a mermaid and is not super confident about their size, or shape, or whatever, if you want to be a mermaid and you can swim, go ahead and be a mermaid. Like, you are automatically made awesome by the fact that you are a mermaid, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't be a mermaid because of your size, because you absolutely can. I am proof of that. I am a huge fan of a beautiful mermaid named Shay Monique on Instagram. She is an absolutely gorgeous mermaid. She is also plus size. She is also the founder of Society of Fat Mermaids, which is a really fun Instagram group that I am a part of and really enjoy seeing posts from. So if you want to go and check those out, I will link her down in the description box below. So I often get a lot of questions from some fellow plus size mermaids and comments that say I can't find tails, or I don't feel like I look good enough in this tail, or I don't feel like I'm comfortable in this tail. I want to address some of the things and strategies that I use when I think about my mermaid looks and the way that my tails fit me, and the strategies that I use as a plus size mermaid. So let's get into those. When you're looking for a tail, a lot of places very conservative listings on their size charts. So we're fortunate that a lot of mermaid tails are made of stretch fabric. But when they put the sizes on their size charts, a lot of people don't realize that that's a little bit, for the most part, those sizes are a little bit flexible. Most tails that I know of, the ones that I have tried personally at least, which is the Mertailor Guppy tails, the Mertailor Eco tails. I've heard some of the Mertailor Whimsy tails are like this as well. And the FinFun tails are flexible in terms of their sizes. I am usually between a size 18 and a 22, depending on where I buy my clothes. I have a 40-inch waist and 50-inch hips, so that can cause a little bit of a problem for me. I often have to buy a bigger size to fit my hips than would fit my waist. And I can usually fit into a large Mertailor and a large FinFun tail without any problem. I'm also 5'9", so I am on the taller side as well. So that means a lot of the tails that are on the shorter side. One way that I combat the issue of having really big hips to a really small waist ratio, which I know is a problem with a couple of mermaids, is that the tail slips because it has to fit over your hips and your butt. but it doesn't have a good enough hold around the waist to stay there, and so then it falls and it looks unflattering. And so one way that I've combated that is, there's a couple ways that I combated that depending on the tail. The first way, if I'm making my own tail, or if I have a tail that already comes up high enough on me, is I add either a drawstring waistband or I add a stronger piece of elastic, and that helps me cinch in the waist and get a really nice silhouette from the tail. So my waist is cinched in, and the tail not only stays up in a flattering place, which is like right below my rib cage where my waist is smallest. It not only helps it sit right there, but it also keeps it from sliding down. Another way that you can create that or lengthen the length of your tail is by adding a thicker waistband. I had to do that with my mythic tail. My mythic tail sat like right at my widest part of my belly button, and it was super unflattering on me, and I just really didn't like it. So I added about 4 inches of fabric to the top of my waistband, and I put, again, an elastic waistband, or I think actually I might have even put a drawstring waistband in there. But what I did was I basically just sewed that in on the waist of the existing tail, and that created a really nice waistband, and it hid and it brought the tail all the way up to my preferred sitting location, which is right at my natural waistline. And that made the tail about 100 times more flattering than if it had just kept slipping or sitting at that wide part of my hips that I'm really self-conscious about. Another thing that I do sometimes is to make a belt to help hide that unflattering part. If you have a piece of asymmetric or flowing fabric, that can really help cut the line, and it'll be more flattering on your figure. In terms of tops, I like to wear more sporty style tops. One of the places where I'm most self-conscious is actually my arms and my shoulders. So oftentimes I don't like wearing sleeveless things because I feel like it makes my shoulders look really wide. So I solved that problem by making mermaid tops that have sleeves, or that don't, cut the straight down line. One thing that I really love about my Shop Vancouver mermaid tops, the crop tops, is that they're a little bit longer in the torso, so they have more coverage, they have more support of the bust. I know a lot of plus size mermaids complain that tops, seashells don't really have enough support. They really need more support from a mermaid top. So I like wearing more full coverage tops, more sporty style tops. And I like wearing tops that cut inwards or have some kind of angle to their straps rather than sitting just straight up and down, and that helps make my shoulders look smaller. So those are some strategies that I use. I've also in the past worn a mesh bodysuit that I can then sew on different elements to help hide the parts that I don't like. So if I want to wear a more revealing top or more kind of traditional mermaidy looking top, if you conjure up like a seashell top or some of the fancier tops, I've added sleeves in the past. My photo shoot with my mythic tail is in a top that I made myself that I'm wearing with a long sleeve mesh, like nude color mesh top, and that I've sewn sleeves to. I have a net that hangs down and some pearls that hang down kind of over the exposed part of my stomach to help hide that, or to help make that transition a little bit more modest. And that is a strategy that I use a lot. In terms of when you're out and about as a mermaid, one of my favorite things about being a plus size mermaid is the confidence that it gives me. And when I exude confidence, people see that and they don't mess with me, or they're less likely to mess with me. When I first started mermaiding, I was still very self-conscious of when I wore swimsuits. I really did not like wearing the typical bikini bottom swimsuit. I didn't like wearing two-piece swimsuits. Nowadays, you'll see in a lot of my practice videos that I wear a bodysuit style swimsuit, or some people call them like the triathlon style swimsuit. So I like wearing swimsuits with a solid back, and I wear swimsuits that go down to my knee, and that's totally fine. If that's how you feel most comfortable, this is to anybody. But if you're a more modest person and that's what you want to wear, you should wear that. And the great thing about that is that it actually helps make the blend of the tails more seamless. That I found, if I'm wearing a tail, I wear a lot of dark colored tails, so my black swimsuits kind of fade. But if you look at a lot of my footage, having a line that stops at your knees versus having a panty line in a dark swimsuit with a lighter fabric tail, it really helps preserve that illusion that you have a tail and maybe it's just darker from the knees up, you know? It helps hide that a little bit better. When I wear two pieces nowadays, again, I wear my Shop Vancouver mermaid top, or I wear a mermaid top, and then I wear high-waisted bottoms, whether those be full-on leggings or swim shorts or jammers, which is the kind of the more men's style swim, like compression shorts almost. I wear those. And then I wear my tail over that, and I wear a tail that sits up on my waist high enough to cover that. So those are some of my strategies in finding and wearing tails as a plus size mermaid. I just want to reiterate, you are a beautiful mermaid no matter what your size. And if you're hesitant to start mermaiding because of your size, don't be. Because anybody who says that you're not beautiful because of you're too big, or you can't be a mermaid because you're too big, they are often people who are jealous of what you're doing, and they're jealous that you have the confidence to do something that's out of their own comfort zone. And the fact that you are plus size actually works to your advantage, because first of all, we are a lot more insulated than a lot of other mermaids, so we can stay in the water for longer. If you look at a lot of marine mammals, they have quite a bit of fat on them, and that helps them stay warm. So we have an advantage there. Oh, one thing that I want to say is about buoyancy. If you are plus size and you're worried about, you know, you're too floaty or whatever, consider getting training in how to use weights properly. Weights can really help you use your energy more efficiently instead of using your energy, you know, trying to get down in the water. If you have weights, you can focus more energy on actually swimming through the water. Now, if you add weights, make sure that you know what you're doing. When you add weights, you don't want to add so much weight that you sink. You want to be neutrally buoyant, which means that you can float at the surface of the water, but when you push yourself down, when you push yourself to dive or dive down, you stay underwater for longer with less energy and can still float easily up to the surface. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope that you check out Mermaid Chez Monique on Instagram and the Society of Fat Mermaids. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more plus size mermaid awesomeness from this channel, or swimming tutorials, or whatever you might want to subscribe to this channel for. Have any comments, questions, concerns? Leave a comment down below. I love you all, my fishies, no matter what your shape, your size, your color, your creed, your sexual orientation, whatever. I love you all so much, and I want to be there to support you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy swimming. Bye, fish friends.